Hey, I am Angel, I'm 16 and my enterprise failed. In this video I'm going to explain you how I tried to create an enterprise at the age of 16 and what mistakes led to its failure so that hopefully you can learn from them. It obviously is not nice that anything you create fails, but luckily this didn't lead to a big financial loss, and at least I got the chance to experience what is being an entrepreneur. I got that little experience, and I also learned certain mistakes that I will certainly not make in the future. Last September, together with a friend, we decided to create Barode Studios, which was essentially going to be an enterprise dedicated to the creation of websites for local businesses. We honestly thought we could provide value to them, especially to those who had suffered the most due to COVID and now are facing the big advantage that certain big companies have over them. However, it didn't go quite as planned. We built our own logo, name and website with our own domain, and the 22nd of October of this year, the website and as a consequence the business was published to the whole world. We were aware that there are multiple big companies out there providing the same service, but we wanted to compete with them by offering very competitive price. By only 200 euros, a local business could have his own website completely set, completely professional, with own logo and obviously including their own domain. How we plan to contact these local businesses was via email. We studied several cities around the world and we decided to target local businesses in Leeds, a big financial important city in the north of UK. So we would go on Google Maps and find businesses without a website or a very unoptimized website and send them the same email, only changing several words to make that email fit for the business that we were contacting. It honestly seemed something that was going to be able to work and we really believed in it. However, the results weren't there, as every month we were losing money to the cost of running this business. After 3 months of making literally €0, we finally decided to close it. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I have been thinking about it these days and I realized that these were the main mistakes that led to the failure of our business. The first one, we weren't providing valuable value. If you are going to sell any product or service, it obviously has to provide some value to the buyer. If not, the buyer is not going to buy that product or service. And yes, a website is valuable and that's why I even have one. But it's true that nowadays with social media, it's not the best way to grow a business. And in these last days, I realized that we were trying to sell something that was not really valuable and that was not going to provide as much value as creating a social media account or running a social media account. So I think that was probably one of the main mistakes. The second mistake was that we joined a very big niche. The amount of already established companies that build websites is massive and they obviously inspire more confidence than a new business. As simple as that. And yes, we were offering a competitive price, but it's true that the niche was so big that competitive price, it was not enough. The third mistake was that our target customers weren't looking for our services. This is how it works. If you're a business and want a website, there is no way you don't have one. And I realized that at the end of the day, we were trying to create a need in our target customers. We were not trying to solve a need that they had in the first place. Look, if you live in a city and you need a pair of shoes because you don't have no pair of shoes, you are definitely going to buy one. But if you live near the beach and you only wear sandals for whatever reason, the buyer of those shoes is going to have to create a need in you to buy those shoes for you to buy them. And obviously as a business, you want to target those people that live in the city and need the shoes. And what we were doing, we were trying to target the one with sandals. We were trying to create a need. They didn't have the need. If they had had the need, then they would have already bought their own website. The fourth mistake that we did was that we didn't write enough emails. I have looked at it now and we wrote about around 50 emails in the space of 3 months. I am sure that if we had written 50 emails a week, we would have 100% sure found an email interested in buying our service. It is true that we had other worries. We are doing school, so we didn't have the time to write that many emails. But this is not an excuse. We should have taken this into account before even starting the business and maybe realized that to get a customer, we need maybe 50 emails a week. Do we really have the time to write 50 emails a week? I think that one of the main mistakes, probably the most important along the whole process, was that we idealized the conditions. And I think that for starting a business, you need to put the worst case scenario possible. The worst case scenario is that you're going to need to write at least 100 emails for someone to reply. even more, probably even more. So we should have put ourselves in the worst case scenario and don't idealize the condition. And the fifth and last mistake was that we didn't hold long enough. To be honest, we didn't give the business a chance for 3 months, and it's true that some businesses take much more than that to start to make profit, but it doesn't really make that much sense to hold on to something that is not generating profit. It's literally generating €0 a month when you are spending money every month into running this business that is not providing nothing in return. For that reason, we decided to close it, and now we're currently thinking about other ideas to help local businesses fight against that fair advantage that big companies have against them. But maybe if we had held for longer, we would have started to see more profits in the long run. Look, my entrepreneurship experience has already started, and I'm already making money out of doing something that I truly love, and I'm also helping local businesses in the way. If you want to follow me along the journey, feel free to subscribe, it's free. I hope you enjoyed the video, have a nice day and see you soon.